20 questions or 20 minutes, whichever comes first, as long as it's you. This is You Go First. I'm your host, Blair Payton. We have 20 questions in a vase. My guest will draw the first question, and we'll go back and forth covering as much ground in 20 minutes. The timer begins after the first question is read. My guest today is making her second appearance on You Go First. Welcome back, writer, producer, actress, Nastasha Strang.
Hey!
Had to get that S in there.
You got it in there, baby.
So I don't call you...
Nastasha Strang.
So I don't call you Natasha.
Never
Lord.
happened before, ever.
How are you? It's so good to see you.
It's so good to see you, Blair.
Now, in case you're wondering, we are 6 feet apart, so calm down.
All right, calm down.
Okay, let's just address the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
2020, what a bitch.
Yeah, it's been, I mean, look, yes, it's been a nightmare, but in my opinion, you have to try to find the good and you have to try to find the positive.
Right.
And yes, terrible things have been happening, but I have chosen to take this year of reflection and figuring out, you know, what am I doing? Like, are there things that could be done better or improved? So I feel that that's the best way to handle this this crazy year.
Well said. And like you said, I've been trying to keep myself in a positive mindset. So all things considered, it hasn't been a terrible year.
Right.
It's just getting used to a new norm. And then, like,
Yes.
for me, like, not performing live, that's been hard.
Exactly, yeah.
You
Exactly.
going on auditions.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I still am auditioning. I've had, you know, probably, I don't know, 40, 50, 60 voiceover auditions. So I'm still in that world.
Which, by the way, Google Chromecast. No, Google Chromebook. Google. I just need to say Google.
Google. That's all you need to know is Google.
It's what? Google Chromebook.
Google Chromebook. Yeah, like the computer.
Thank you.
You got to switch to Chromebook.
Yes, you are the voice. How is that? That's huge.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. It was interesting because I booked it last year and it was a year contract. And then during COVID, they told me, honestly, they said, yeah, they were going to go with a new person, but they didn't want to have to cast and, like, you know, all the problems that was going on with it. So they just, like, renewed my contract. So I was just grateful to have, you know,
That's
still
awesome.
money coming in.
Do they periodically just update voices and not stick with the same one?
I think these big brands, they tend to get a new voice every year. I mean, I don't know. I guess sometimes, you know, like the Home Depot guy, he was there for a long time. But, you know, the variety, you know, there's different people that they will keep for a long time. But I think generally speaking, they have a new person every year to kind of make it fresh.
It's so weird to me because, you know, obviously been working from home since March.
Yeah.
And for me, that just includes sitting in my bed,
Yeah.
having my TV on like an
Yeah.
invalid. And it's so weird when a commercial pops up and it's you being like, "Hey guys, you know, do you need a new laptop or whatever the line
Yeah.
is?" It's really weird to be like, "I
Need
know
a
that
laptop.
person." Now, do you have people who recognize you for that?
Yeah, definitely. I've had friends and family, you know, say that they've seen it or they've heard it, you know, because it's on YouTube a lot. It's on commercials. I remember last fall I was in like a bar and they had all these televisions and I was like, oh, there's my commercial, you know, like.
Did someone were they like, "Oh my God, you're a celebrity. We should buy you shots"? Did that happen?
No, but that would have been sick. I would have been
Right?
totally down for that. Yeah.
Because that always happens in movies, but they're like, "Oh my God, you're a
You're
celebrity."
a celebrity. Oh man, we'll get there. We'll get there. That sounds great. I like free alcohol.
Now, speaking of alcohol,
Yeah.
this is my transition into Dating Clarity.
Yeah.
So this is your award-winning short film.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Yeah. So I wrote it almost 2 years ago. I came up with the idea December 2018. Yeah.
Were you single then?
I was single then.
Because if you haven't seen it or not familiar with it, it's about a girl who seeks out the help of a YouTube dating coach.
Yeah. And then she tries all of the different, you know, advice that she's given by him. And then she goes out, she tries it on guys out in the real world. And then she just fails constantly. And I think that's hilarious.
Now, have you taken advice? Because you said you did this for research, and I'm using air quotes.
Yeah.
But were you actually in a moment where you're like, "I'm so lonely, I can only eat so much alone in bed and cry. I need a man"?
I will say that I love learning. I'm constantly learning all different things. I know a lot about investing. I know a lot about like, body stuff and meditation, yoga. Like I love immersing myself in new things.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I somehow stumbled across these dating coaches on YouTube. Maybe I was lonely one night. Who knows? And so then I thought they were hilarious because there's all these different, guys like telling girls.
Well, you showed me one, and wasn't he like British and hot?
He's British and he's like smoking hot, and so he's got this huge following. And you're like, okay, yeah, I mean, I'll take advice from this guy.
I mean, of course you're gonna want to take advice from this guy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm just like. I don't know, just like that, just like, oh, he's so much better than me, and it's almost like you start thinking that you're Kevin James and Hitch,
Yeah.
and you're just like,
I get it. I mean, I don't know. I just thought they were hilarious, but yeah, I did like use some of the things that I learned. I mean, because back
was
then,
some of the dialogue directly from the videos, those particular videos?
Yeah, I think I definitely stole some dialogue
Which
and
one?
then kind of just made it my own. Well, like some of the ending tags, visit my retreat. I kind of made it my own, thing. And you helped me too with some of the verbiage. But yeah, I would kind of listen to them and say, oh, that's funny, and I would just alter it so that it was my verbiage.
Now,
but
as far as the videos go, did you take any of the advice from these coaches?
Yeah, in real life, yeah.
Okay. And what was the one that was like the most effective?
The most effective one.
Did you use this on your current boyfriend?
I'm sure I did.
Okay. What was it? Because I feel like you told me the story of how you guys met. It was at a club.
I feel like that was one of the things. Yeah, because we were at this House of Yes, which is like a dance club in Brooklyn. I hope it's still here after COVID because it's the best, in my opinion, best club in all of New York City. And it's so much fun. And we locked eyes, he's like across the room, 6 feet social distancing.
Well, this was back in the day this is back in the day where you could be literally inside someone in a public place.
And it was totally fine. Yeah.
Right.
So then we locked eyes and I looked over at him and then I just walked up to him because I felt just very confident. And I felt sort of drawn to him too, but I felt very confident. And then he was wearing like his jacket like inside. You know how you have a coat check in the winter in New York?
Right.
But he was still wearing his coat. And so, but it was like a a fake leather jacket. It was like kind of, hip or whatever. And so I walked up to him and I said, hey, you can check your coat. Like, do you need $2? I can give you $2. I said something like that. And then I don't remember exactly what he said, but I think he just laughed, because I think part of women dating, in my opinion, is I think a lot of women are just waiting for the guy to come up.
Uh-huh.
And I've definitely been that woman for many years.
Oh, I'm definitely that woman sometimes.
Yeah.
But not really bode well for me, but
I think what's cool about these dating advice videos is that it gives you the power to go up and to make the first move. And as a woman, it has to be done in kind of a subtle way because you still there's still this whole
keep
cultural
your top
thing.
on.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But the whole cultural thing of we still live in a culture where the man leads and all those things. So
well, imagine when it's two guys. I mean, fucking confusing.
But isn't it easier in the gay world though? Like, I mean,
it is and it isn't.
Okay.
Because there's like. Okay, so there's beauty standards for females, but for gays, fucking forget about it.
Yeah,
you have
I know,
to be like, carbs aren't allowed.
Yeah.
Do you know how long it's been since I've had a carb?
How long?
Well, I actually have had a carb, but like not a lot, not to the extent of which.
That's amazing.
I would like.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, all I want to do is ignore you and eat donuts.
Yeah.
But I can't do that.
That sounds amazing. We should do that after this.
My plan.
How do we get donuts?
Dunkin' is right across the street.
Oh, okay.
Welcome back to You Go First. What a fantastic commercial break. The person who was voicing that.
I could have done it better.
That was hurtful in so many ways. We are hitting the time of year where it's seasonal depression. I'm very fragile. And you just come in guns a-blazing saying, you're hot garbage. I could have done that better.
Dude, you booked it, not me. So apparently you did it better.
Yeah, I did do it better. I need to have more faith in myself. Okay.
Exactly.
So we're now at the portion of the show, the meat of the potatoes, where we are going to go through. I like how you just glossed over that weird saying, and you're like, that's a normal thing to say.
Yeah, it's.
We're at the meat of the potatoes.
I like potatoes.
Where we are going to go through 20 questions in 20 minutes. You know the rules. Well, I guess I don't have to. I pretty much say what the rule. You know what? It's been a while since I've done my show, so I'm a little rusty.
I think you should just go for it.
Yeah, just bear with me. Okay. So you're going to draw the first question. As soon as you read it, I'm going to start the timer, and we're off and running trying to get through 20 and 20.
Okay.
Nastasha Strang,
Yeah.
you go first.
Ooh.
She is digging in.
After I pull the question?
Yeah,
I know the rules. I know the rules. Okay. After I read it?
After you read it, I'm going to start the timer.
Okay. When people come to you for help, what do they usually want help with?
Timer begins now.
A lot of people ask me about meditation because people are, all my friends know that I'm a big avid meditator. I meditate anywhere from an hour to 2 hours every morning.
That is impressive. Another thing you do is journaling.
I do. I haven't been journaling lately, but I do enjoy a good journal.
Now, just a sidebar. I was at your apartment and we were hanging out and you were like, oh, do you want to see my journal? And you showed it to me. And it was like unintelligible scribble.
Yeah.
It looked like a murderer.
Yeah, like a murderer.
Or just like writing a
Or a doctor.
Either which. It was scary. And
Yeah.
I was like, can you read this? And you're like, nope. No,
Yeah. I kind of purposely do that. I kind of purposely write it to where no one can read it. I can't read it. It's because I'm usually writing stuff to let go go of a negativity or a fear or whatever my deal is, whatever the negativity is. But I am finding I haven't been journaling a lot lately because I'm finding that when I do the hour to hour meditation, I don't need a journal. I'm just happy.
Okay.
I'm telling you, meditation is like, and really the hour time frame is.
Are you listening to one continuous? Like how?
I do guided meditations.
Okay, and is it like an hour one, or do you do multiple?
I have a lot of different. I have like an app I use, Insight Timer, which they have hour-long ones, but they also have like 2-minute ones or 10-minute ones or 20-minute ones. But what I'm really doing a lot of right now is Joe Dispenza's meditations. And if you don't know who Joe Dispenza is, and you're interested in meditation, he's a boss. He gets really into like the science. He's done lots of scientific research on how meditation can change your life.
Every time I do meditation, I will start and I'm like going into it with a full intent of being like helping me find my center or whatever. Yeah. And every time I do it, never fails. With about 5 to 10 minutes in, I am out like a light. Is that good?
Are you lying down?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you can't lie down. You got to sit up straight and with your back erect. And then you have to, because you're training your body to get into the meditation position. And the thing is the body. Oh, we can get real deep here, but I'll try to make it real quick. But our body.
This is why people come to you.
Apparently. Yeah, they do. Okay, so your body, especially by the time you get to the age of 35, your body is conditioned in programs. And it's unconscious programs that you've learned over your life. Okay. And by the time you're 35, those conditions are kind of set. Mm-hmm. And so when I started, I've been meditating for about, 8-9 years now. But when I started doing these hour-long meditations, my body was freaking out, incredible pain, itching, screaming. My body was basically screaming like a little toddler.
My body was doing that too. Yeah. There's a couple of times. I think it's also too, I'll have a Diet Coke and I'm like, well, it's time to meditate. And then I lay down and I feel after a while, my legs start to feel.
Yeah. They might fall asleep or tingling.
Almost kind of, I don't know if it's restless leg syndrome, but that's what I kind of equate it to, where I'm I have to move or stretch them. And I'm just
so that's your body saying, I don't want to sit here and meditate for an hour.
Oh, I usually listen and take my headphones out. I'm well,
because your body's in charge, and that's the problem. I think that's the problem with a lot of things. So if you could sit down for an hour, you don't have to do 2 hours. It's when you get really into it, But just even an hour, 45 minutes, even.
Okay.
And just to sit there and and you really your neck will itch and you're just oh my God, I'm gonna friggin' lose it. But you just stay there and just sit with that and sit with the tingling and sit with the. The only time I'll say that it's you really want to try not to move and you want to just try to let it be. sometimes you're just cranky. Like today, I was having a really hard time, and I kept moving because I was just like really cranky. But then once you kind of get through it, you come out of it and you're like, oh, it's like it's like a gym. It's like a gym to like tell your body to like get in line, stop being a little baby.
So what I'm hearing is I am a terrible parent.
Yeah, to your body.
Well, fair enough.
You didn't answer the question.
Oh, what do people come to me about?
Yeah.
Usually just like production stuff
Yeah.
or
You're great at all that stuff.
I'm so talented. I'm trying to think. Maybe sometimes a joke. I think it's usually production stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing ever too deep. Oh, good. I was hoping we would get this question.
Good.
Okay. You're auditioning for The Voice. Sing your audition song.
Oh, so The Voice is like American Idol? I haven't seen it.
Okay. This is one thing that annoys me about Nastasha. She's like, I don't know what television is. I'm just so busy writing my manifesto and like leaning against the wall and not thinking forever. Yes,
It's
American Idol. You need to watch TV. If we're going to maintain this friendship, you have got to watch TV.
I don't like those kind of shows. I don't like
Why don't
competition shows.
Three's Company?
Nah, no.
You
like
bitch.
right now, I'm watching Succession. I'm obsessed with Succession.
Okay, well, let's talk about comedy's more my thing.
Well, I during COVID, because I had never seen Parks and Rec, I am almost done with Parks and Rec.
What season?
I'm on season 6, episode 22 or something like that.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
She got recalled and
Wait, have they had the big thing? I don't want to give it away for people who haven't watched the show, but it's like, it's so good. Recommended.
yeah. Like I can't believe I never watched it. I feel so like dumb that I never watched it.
It's so good.
Maybe that's how I would feel if I watched The Voice.
Well, I don't. To be fair, I don't watch The Voice, but okay. So I don't. I used to be. This is a long conversation. We got 20 minutes to get through.
Okay,
How far are we in?
audition song.
We are in. We're already 13 minutes in, so we're fucked. But okay, so my audition song. You know what? I don't want to do a ballad, even though that's what highlights my voice so well. So I would do like a mid-tempo boppy song from the early 90s.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here's my audition song. Introduce me.
Hi, and welcome to the stage, Blair Payton.
The music's playing, so I'm just getting ready for my part. Baby, baby, I'm sitting with a notion to love you with the sweetest of devotion. Baby, baby, your tender love will flow from the blue skies to the deepest ocean. Stop for a minute. Maybe I'm so glad you're mine.
So good.
Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Amy Grant.
Yeah.
Such a good song.
It's
Okay.
so funny when you first started singing. I was like, oh yeah, Britney.
No,
And I was like, no, that's not Britney.
I tricked you bitches.
Yeah,
I did a different
Yeah,
route.
I was thinking Britney in the beginning, and I was like, no, it's not Britney. But yeah, it's that bitch.
She is a Christian conservative, not conservative, Christian contemporary artist. Please have faith when you demean her with a bitch name. Okay, your song.
My
Please
song.
make welcome to the voice stage, Nastasha Strang.
Nastasha Strang.
I love it. I love it so far.
You gotta feel the
Right,
silence.
right.
You know, there's
You're just-
silence and
It's
and
the
music.
intro. The intro is playing. We can't hear it, but you can, and that's what's important because you're about to sing. Snap to it. Here we go. This is good.
I feel like I have this one song in my head. I'm like,
Well, then let it out
I'm
so
trying
we
to
can
remember how
hear
it
it.
starts. It's like,
So far, I have not turned my chair around.
hold on. Like, how does it start? It's this Nicki Minaj song, and I can't think how it starts.
Starships.
No, it's a Beyonce Nicki Minaj song.
Oh, I don't know this one. It's not WAP, is it?
No, it's Flawless.
Okay.
Um,
I can't think of it either.
how does her rap start?
I'm Nicki Minaj, gonna get it my way.
like
I like
something
candy
about-
and Blade and hay.
Like MJ Doctor, they killing me. I would be like rapping, cause I'm white. I mean, I'd just be like MJ Doctor, they killing me. Propofol, I know they hope I fall, and then it goes, how does the rest of it go?
You know, at this point, I don't think I want to hear anymore. Draw the next question. We got it. You like to rap.
I do.
I
I do love rap. I'm like, I've loved rap since I was like 12. I fucking love rap. Anyway, but I just don't remember anything right now. Okay, what did you Google last?
Oh, that's always a classic question here at You Go First. I love it every time.
I Googled news.google.com. Because I'm not a news person.
Right. No, I'm not either.
I'm not a news person, and I'm normally
Were you
kind
just
of,
like, Google, what's newsing right now?
Yeah, I'm kind of like anti the news as a generalization because I like to be positive and happy.
Right.
But because of the state of the world,
yeah, it's a dumpster fire.
I'm in kind of a negative loop with it, unfortunately. I'm going to get out of it very soon.
That's totally fair. You're allowed to have that loop. Just lean against a wall and don't move and don't think about your itching and just focus. The last thing I Googled was, okay, so within, seriously, the last week.
Mm-hmm.
The last week. I'm one of those people who hops on a trend right as it's probably about to fade or be banned.
Yes.
TikTok.
Yeah,
I'm
TikTok.
into it.
Oh my God. It's the greatest. TikTok's the greatest.
Sucked me in. I'm all about it. The other night, could not sleep for shizzle.
Yeah.
I woke up at 2:30 and was awake till 5 a.m. Just watching TikTok videos. And I found this one girl. She's from Jersey. I really wish I could do a Jersey accent because hers is so thick. I'm going to try. It's going to be bad. But she's like, I love bell peppers. It's not great.
That was, yeah.
Bell peppers. She literally eats bell peppers in every single... She's always eating in her videos. And she uses the bell peppers.
Is she skinny?
Yeah.
Nice. Good for
She
her.
used to be a little heavier, and I don't know if it's because of her love for bell peppers, but I think she just changed her habits.
That's great.
But in every video, she makes a sandwich. She's got to have a cream cheese. And then she puts her turkey, hot sauce, and then the bell peppers are like the sandwich bread.
Wow.
And I watched video after video of her eating this, and I was like, at first I was not into this. I was like, this is the stupidest. But yet, here I am. And so the next day I was on the phone with someone and I told them what I was doing. I was like, I'm buying bell peppers because I want to do what this girl on TikTok did. And she was like, that sounds gross. And actually, it's not bad.
Not bad.
I mean, I'm not going to do it all the time.
Do you cook the bell pepper? Do you put it in the oven?
Everyone told me
raw?
to, but I was like, no, this is not what Jennifer does.
It would be more tasty if you put it. If you like made the stuff, put it in there, and then put that in the oven, the bell pepper would be softer and more tasty.
I understand that, but she doesn't do that.
Okay.
She's from
She likes it
Jersey.
raw.
She likes it raw. She takes it raw. She puts it in and raw dogs it. Now, I forgot to get cream cheese, so what I did was I put Hormel chili in the boat, and then I put some mozzarella on top and some hot sauce and ate it. I did not realize how messy it would be.
Yeah.
Like my glasses, no joke, were covered in.
Wow.
Yeah, it's hard to eat, but it was good.
Yeah,
so.
TikTok's amazing. I'm obsessed.
Why? But that wasn't what I Googled. Oh, no. What I Googled was, why are bell peppers healthy for you? That was the point I was trying to get to.
What were the answer? Fiber?
They are. It's got like vitamin C and other stuff. Yeah, it's great.
Vegetables are great.
Yeah, I just wanted to see what it does. I like to know what I'm putting in my mouth sometimes. Okay. It's my turn. See how we're doing on time.
Terrible.
We have 7.5 minutes. That's not good.
That's not
Okay.
good at all.
If you inherited a private jet from a stranger, what would you do with it?
Oh, that's cool.
You answer.
Oh, I get to go first?
Yeah, I'm going to let you go first.
If I got a private jet from a stranger,
Yeah.
man, I would go see my family right now.
Really?
Yeah, because I feel like it's
Yeah, because
my family's in Texas.
yeah,
and it's
flying on a plane is not.
Yeah, like if I could, feel more confident being on a plane, because you'd have fewer people on it.
Right.
My parents are both in their, early 70s, so it's, yeah, I can't believe how I just never thought, hey, it'd be so hard to see my family.
Yeah.
It's really kind of sad.
It is. I've flown a couple of times over the summer.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't terrible. There was a few flights where it was pretty sparse, so
Yeah.
I felt pretty good. And then there was a couple of times where it was...
Like, why are there so many people here?
There was a lot of people in there, and we had
Yeah.
turbulence, and I was on
Yeah.
Klonopin. It was a flight.
Klonopin, wow.
That shit's dope.
Propofol.
If I got a private jet, first of all, I'm calling it the Blair plane.
Oh, sick.
Isn't that cute?
Sick, I like it.
And then I'd sell it because I don't like heights.
Really?
I'm just not a fan.
Scared of flying or just like...
Once I'm in the air and there's no turbulence and it's smooth, I'm fine. But it's just like the
Yeah.
takeoff. I don't want that.
It's unnerving because we're just not meant to be doing that as humans, you know? So it's a little like, what's happening? And we can't see what's going on out there. But I mean, it's the safest form of travel.
That's what they
You
say.
know? But that's how I feel better about it. But I understand.
I would sell it. Well, because then think about it. Then you have to find a pilot who's not like, doing drugs.
For the private plane?
For the plane.
Well, I'm assuming the pilot comes with the plane.
Well, I would hope so. But if he doesn't,
Better.
what if I get one who gets narcolepsy? Well, then that sucks.
Yeah, maybe I'll just stay here.
Yeah. So
Maybe I'll sell the private plane, take that money.
Yeah, that's what I said. Were you listening to me?
Oh, I missed that part.
Yeah, I'm going to sell it.
Oh, sick. Dude, you're on it.
So are you.
What's the go-to meal to seduce someone?
Ooh.
It's really not good for me because I can't cook.
Well, in this scenario, let's say this is let's say this is the first time you're bringing your current boyfriend home to your apartment, okay? This is the first time, brand new in the relationship. And he's like, I like a girl that cooks. And you're like, me too.
Oh, God.
And so
Good luck.
you decide to make him a meal. What do you make? It can be anything. It could be garbage food.
Honestly, I think the first meal I ever made my boyfriend was a salad that we shared, and then he wouldn't eat it. He was like, this is terrible.
How do you fuck up a salad?
He did not like how I did it.
Well, how'd you do it?
I just remember because I can't cook, but I would make salads all the time, and I would just put 3 vegetables that I liked and some goat cheese and then, oil and vinegar. And then I just mix it up and then I would just carry it with me and eat it whenever I got hungry. And I remember I took it over to his apartment one time and he was like, ugh.
And then you were like, here, have some.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, let's share this. 'Cause I think we were like waiting for food or something. I can't remember.
What was the 3 vegetables out of curiosity?
I was always doing like spinach, carrots, and broccoli or spinach,
That is
celery
so depressing.
The price you pay to try to be skinny.
Again, I'm not a cook. I can do low grade cooking.
Yeah.
I learned how to make salmon. So I do salmon.
Oh man, I used to try to cook for myself salmon, and this is terrible.
Well, how'd you cook it?
One time
it's not hard.
One time I made salmon and I put all this garlic on it, and then I went on a date with my ex, and then I went, we're at his apartment. He goes, he's like, oh, it smells like Cheetos, and I was like, what? And he's like, your breath smells like Cheetos, and then we Googled it, and it's because I was eating so much garlic.
That your breath smelled like Cheetos?
My breath smelled like, that's what he said. He said, your breath smells like Cheetos. And if you Google, why does your breath smell like Cheetos? Because you've had a lot of garlic.
That is the weirdest thing I've ever heard. Well, when I make salmon, because we got one of those.
Salmon with an L?
Those little grill things that you put on top of your stove.
Yeah.
And so I put it on a low heat, and I put some lemon, salt, and pepper. And then I let it set on one side and then flip it over, and then it's amazing.
You just eat that with some potatoes or
or like a salad or something. So it's very basic, but it's very good, high in protein. That's probably what I would make.
Yeah.
To give the illusion I'm a cook.
Yeah.
Because if you have a big meat or fish thing, I feel like that throws them off the trail. Because if you cook that and you're like, I made this, then they're like, he's a cook.
Yeah.
Whereas opposed if you come in with a salad bag and you're like, here.
Yeah, but I just wanted to tell him up front, like, hey, I can't cook. But
and that's how you told him. You just threw the bag of salad at him.
Good luck.
Dinner served. Okay.
2 minutes and 24 seconds.
2 minutes. We are so bad.
It's the worst.
Oh, this is so this is a new thing we're doing on You Go First. I've opened it up to the audience. So if you have a question or need advice, feel free to tweet us. I'll give you the information, or send us a voice message, and your question may be featured here on You Go First. So this is our very first one, our inaugural one.
Wow.
This comes from a listener in New York. Her name is Kim. She says, I'm super liberal and my parents are super conservative. How can I avoid ripping them a new asshole over the holidays?
She's liberal. Her parents are conservative?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the age-old question, how to avoid politics.
I think you just can't talk about it.
Okay. What if it,
And then I would just say, I just don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
I think because...
Let's do a scenario. Okay. I'll be the grandfather.
And I'm the liberal?
You're the liberal.
The bleeding heart liberal?
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
Wow, Trump is amazing. He's really got America's best interest at heart, and I love him. I would be his best friend. How do you feel, Gabby?
Well, you know what I do think about Trump? He's a great manifester.
Well, that's I totally agree.
You know, I think that he's very good at manifesting.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if I agree with 100% of what he says, but I do think that he wanted to be president. He became president.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I was that great of a manifester.
Yeah, he's a man and he likes a fest.
Yeah,
Who doesn't like a party?
I know. So, Grandpa, what have you been up to lately?
Oh, we're continuing the same.
Yeah, that's how I would transition. I would say something kind of like semi-positive, like something because I do think Trump is a great manifester. I don't agree with his politics, but I think he's a great manifester. And then I would transition to something else as quickly as possible.
Very, very good.
I know.
Yeah, because I've got some conservatives in my family, and that's always like my sister. I'm not going to say which one. But
she knows.
She knows what she said, and this is what she said. Hand to God. I think Trump Jr. is kind of cute. What? What? Why are you seriously? She's like, yeah, I don't know why. I think he's so cute. And I'm like, I'm deleting you as a friend off Facebook. And that's it.
It's a sign. It's a sign.
That's it.
It's a sign.
That's a sign to stop talking about Trump.
Don't talk about your sister.
All right, so
stop gossiping.
So 20 questions in 20 minutes. Let's see how many we got through.
Oh, I folded mine.
I have 3. You folded them really tight.
Yeah, I guess
together.
I was just like awkwardly nervous or something.
So I have 3. How many do you have?
2.
2. We got through 5.
Sick.
5 questions.
Why don't you say 5 questions or 20 minutes?
I mean, I think that might be the lowest. So that's an award you can add to your
we spent an hour on meditation, so.
True. Well, but that was something that's...
It's very important.
It's important. I'm going to go home and do that.
You're going to go home and meditate for an hour each morning? As soon as you wake, you gotta get up. You get up, you wake up. As soon as you wake up,
This is not happening.
Even if it's 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, as soon as you wake up, you go pee and you sit down, you put a blindfold on your eyes, keep the light out, and a blanket over you and get comfy, and then just sit there for an hour.
Great. So Nastasha Strang, thank you so much for coming back to You Go First. It's always a pleasure having you on the show. Again, your short film, Dating Clarity.
Dating Clarity.
Again, tell people why they should watch it.
Man, it's funny. I think it's funny. I mean, maybe it's
and
just because I wrote it.
awards.
You know, it's just like, this is my brain on a piece of paper, and then it became a project.
We got to work on your elevator pitch. You sound like someone who just moved to the country, whose English is broken. We used the script. I don't know what accent that is, but I'm putting it on my resume. Another thing, real quick.
Yes.
During the 20 questions, which was just a couple of seconds ago, yes, we are taking listener questions.
Yeah.
So if you have any questions, it can be something you need advice on or just like a dumb question you want to throw in the pile. I always need help with that.
Can I ask a question on the next You Go First?
Of course. You can submit, guests can submit, whatever. And we'll throw it in the pot, and if it gets answered, it gets answered. And you can also give us, you can call and leave a voicemail message. The link is in the description. Or you can tweet your question at You Go First Show. That's both our Twitter and Instagram handle, and also on Facebook. So message us anywhere. I'll pull it, throw it in. Super easy. Nastasha, lovely to see you. I'm not going to touch you because...
I don't want your COVID cooties.
I don't want your COVID-19. Anyways, guys, have a great rest of your week. We will see you next time on You Go First. Love ya. I shouldn't have said I love you. It's moving too quick. It's only the early part of season 3. I don't know how you feel about the audience yet.
Season 3, wow.
Yeah, season 3.